Hello and welcome everyone to Cafe. I'm Crystal Candy.
And I'm Clarence Reynolds. It is great to be back with you to share all of the fun and exciting events happening this week.
So there's always something happening at the Central Florida Zoo and Botanical Gardens, and we had a chance to stop by and check out some of their new animal encounters. So take a look. The Central Florida Zoo and Botanical Gardens offers a unique way to not only experience Florida, but hundreds of different animals in their habitats here at the zoo. And we are here with the Director of Animal Operations. This is Chris Torge. And you have quite a few residents here at the zoo, right?
That's correct. We have over 350 individual animals here at the Central Florida Zoo, from our smallest little tarantula up to our giant giraffe.
You know, what I do love about walking through the boardwalk of the zoo is you might encounter, some incredible birds as you're walking that are in different exhibits. You have a great way of really folding in the animals to this wild Florida swamp experience here.
Yeah, so we have a unique experience with our botanical gardens and the fact that we are such an outside zoo with all of the lush environments that we have, that we can have the gardens and the exhibits all sort of melding together. So it is a great fun experience.
What are some of the big draws for the zoo? The ones that people come here and they have to see?
I think a lot of people come here for nostalgic reasons, because they came here as kids themselves and they fed, the goats in the barnyard, and they fed the giraffes before, and now they're bringing their kids to feed the giraffe. And also the rhinoceros is always a big hit too. We always want to make it unique for our guests, and then we always want to, up the standards of all of our animal care too, so that sometimes means making exhibits bigger and enhancing those exhibits.
And because this is built on a swamp, which I love because it feels so Florida, you even have a gator in one of the areas that kind of snuck its way in.
Yeah, we do have a gator in one of our retention ponds. He's a visitor, but we also have 2 American alligators that are part of our collection, along with 2 other crocodiles too.
You guys have a really great opportunity with everyone coming in to really educate and also open their eyes to the conservation that is so important for people in your field and at this zoo.
Yes, so that's a big part of why the zoo is here, to educate all of our guests. So last year we had over 55,000 people take part in our education programs, and that includes our daily classes, it includes zoo camps which happen throughout the year, and then our special events like night hikes and things like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you guys are always doing something. If you guys check out their website, you will see there are family activities, there are seasonal activities, in addition to the zoo being open and offering just this beautiful opportunity to see all these kinds of animals.
Yes, we're always busy here. So our events that are coming up soon are Hippity Hop, so that's our Easter celebration. And also one of the favorites for the community is Brews at the Zoo.
Brews at the Zoo. Now, we were able to experience the Asian Lantern Festival. That's really become a huge event for you all.
That's correct, yeah. So that takes over the zoo for a couple of months, and this year we welcomed over 90,000 guests into our doors for that event.
So what makes the Central Florida Zoo so unique in your experience? You've been in this field quite a while. It's such a welcoming place for families to be able to walk across the boardwalk, to bring their snacks, to bring their strollers. I mean, this is just a fun day to experience the zoo.
Yeah, we are a family-friendly zoo, so when you first come in, you'll see the train, so you can have a train ride with your family. There's also the splash pad and our playground. And in terms of our exhibits, we like to have animals here that you're not going to find at all of our other zoos that you will find, an hour or 2 away. So we have our Jacoan peccaries, we have our Fusa, we have our blue duikers. So these are animals that you're not going to see at all of those other bigger zoos that are around the corner.
I was going to say, I need to get out my dictionary because I don't know what you just said, but that's what it's about, right?
Yes.
It's about becoming educated. It's about learning about all these different species of animals, and you have a lot of species here too, right?
Yes, we have many species of animals. We have a large, very big reptile collection, and that includes one of the largest venomous reptile collections here in the state of Florida.
Yikes, but that's a good way to experience it in a
Yes.
controlled environment here at the zoo. So you also have animal encounters in addition to all these events and just having this beautiful day at the zoo. You can get up close with some of these animals, right?
Correct. So for a small donation, you're welcome to feed our giraffe, and that happens from 10 to 3 every day. There's also certain days throughout the week where you can meet a rhinoceros. And then on Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, we do what we call Amazing Reptiles, where some of our reptile keepers will come out into a demonstration area and show you some of our reptiles, and some of which will be venomous.
Okay. Well, at the end of the day, why do you think it's so important for people to be able to come and learn and experience the zoo?
For us, it's all about conservation. So if you come here and you see something that inspires you, to recycle more or plant a butterfly garden or donate to a conservation fund, then we've done our job.
So just something to be able to inspire someone coming in to learn more, to do more, to be more involved in nature.
Correct, and you never know, because I was that little kid that was always excited to see the animals at the zoo, and now here I am.
Now you get to see them every day.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Chris Torch, the Director of Animal Operations here at the Central Florida Zoo. And as you can see, there is a lot more to learn, so please check out their website at centralfloridazoo.org. I really feel like the zoo is sort of a hidden gem in our community that really gives you an opportunity to discover all of these animals in nature. It's a really great way to spend a day, an afternoon.
Take the family somewhere interesting, you know?
Definitely, and go check it out. So we highly recommend.
Well, this spring's Central Florida Job Fair will be held on March 27th indoors at the Central Florida Fair Expo Park from noon until 4 p.m. The event is free and open to all job seekers and will feature more than 100 companies in the fields of hospitality, healthcare, transportation, construction, law enforcement, and more. Job fair attendees should be professionally dressed and bring copies of your resume. For more information, go to cfec.org.
Art lovers will enjoy 100 years of art, the best of the Orlando Museum of Art's permanent collection from now until May 5th. This exhibition presents a selection of the Orlando Museum of Art's extensive collection, honoring long-term loans, acquisitions, and gifts that help shape the institution's 100-year-old identity and legacy. The works are presented in chronological order and span nearly 200 years. Dates and showtimes vary, so go to omart.org for more details.
The Morse Museum of American Art presents its Easter weekend celebration with live music and free admission on March 29th, starting at 5 p.m. The Morse Museum houses the world's most comprehensive collection of works by Louis Comfort Tiffany and also includes pottery, paintings, graphics, and decorative art. Exhibitions in the museum's galleries are changed periodically to enable the public to see more of their permanent collection. For more information, visit morsemuseum.org.
If you like your music unplugged, you will enjoy the indoor acoustic music concert featuring Reckless Saints. The concert will be held at the Winter Park Library on March 30th at 2 p.m. Reckless Saints is a duo of songwriters who are partners in music and love. Their new recording was greatly influenced by the 2020 COVID lockdown. For tickets, go to cffolk.org and bring your acoustic instrument to join the jam session after the concert.
We are joined by Justin Machoni from CFC Arts to tell us about all of the great things happening around Central Florida. Thanks for being with us.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. Yeah, you're not wrong about all of the things. We've got our creativity kind of going in every possible aspect of our community.
And we're going to get to that. I want, for people who may be new to Central Florida, what is CFC Arts?
So the shortest version is Central Florida Community Arts. Let me try that. Exists to build and serve community. So through the arts, like a lot of people, I didn't grow up here in Florida. I moved here from somewhere else. And the first thing I realized when I got to Florida is it was hard for me to find a place to feel like I belonged, to put down roots, to see that sense of community and connection. So we use singing and dance and theater and playing instruments to give people a place to come every week, a place to belong, a place to connect with those around them. We serve students as young as pre-K all the way through seniors in the early stages of Alzheimer's with programming that allows them to connect to one another and really feel like Central Florida is their home. We also happen to put on incredible concerts and great shows and do summer camps and other programming, but the real goal is to make people feel like this is somewhere they could call home.
It's working.
That's good to
my
know.
personal opinion. So we see the CFC Arts like logo on all kinds of things. So give us an idea of like what kinds of like, was there an event that recently happened that was a CFC Arts sponsored event?
Sure, so we partner with a lot of organizations across town. The most recent big event that we did was a huge choir concert. So our organization started with a community choir, a bunch of people who wanted to get together and sing. It is now a 315 member community choir, the largest choir in the country. Right here, we do 2 or 3 major concerts a year, reaching thousands of patrons. We expanded from there. We have the largest orchestra in the country, the largest symphony orchestra in the country, about 215 musicians. They've got some concerts coming up, so you may have seen them out in the community. We have an incredible jazz band, big band that goes out and plays in the community. And then a big chunk of our work that's really visible in other aspects of our community is through what we call our School of Arts and Health. So we have a theater troupe for young adults with Down syndrome and autism and other exceptionalities. We're doing work with local healthcare systems. We have 2 full-time board-certified music therapists on staff that are doing therapy in the community. So you see us popping up in a lot of different places, and if it's about bringing people together or using the arts to make life a little bit better, we're probably a part of it somewhere.
This is very interesting because, you know, when people hear that whine, there's nothing to do in Orlando, there's plenty to do here.
Yes.
So if somebody is looking for their thing, they like instrumental music, for instance, they want to hear an orchestra. So how do they find out what's happening with CFC Arts?
I mean, there's lots of great calendars that exist out there. The easiest way is cfcarts.com. Check out our website. cfcarts.com/events has the full listing of things that we're producing. There's also ways to get involved, to volunteer, to become a member. Everyone that is in our programs is just a volunteer member of our community. They could be your neighbor, they could be your doctor. They're brilliantly talented, but they're just volunteering. And our rehearsals are open to everyone year round. We do not audition. We do not turn you away for financial reasons or otherwise. If you say, it's been 40 years since I picked up my saxophone, but I feel like I should do that again sometime, check us out, cfcarts.com, find a rehearsal, come sit in. It's that accessible. Absolutely.
So you can actually, if you have a talent that's been, you know, sitting around that you haven't used in a while, you can actually get involved in some of these things.
Absolutely. So not only can you buy a ticket to come see a show, but you can sign up to come be a part of our ensemble. And we do everything we can to remove the barriers, be it cost or accessibility. We want you to be able to be involved. We have a lot of people, people with degrees in music, people who have studied it, people who have taught it. We have a lot of, you know, teachers from the local school districts that are involved. And then we have a lot of folks who loved music when they were in school. And then they got out of school and they started a career and they had a family and life got busy and they put aside the things that made them feel whole. And then the kids are out of the house or they retire and they look around and go, well, now what do I do with my time? Get that instrument back out again, even if it has been decades. Most of our orchestra members took years, if not decades off, and we're their opportunity to just get back to feeling like themselves again.
You know, I sound like a broken record, but this is one of the reasons why this is a great place to live.
See, in a nutshell, that's what we're going for. I know for me, as somebody who moved here and was looking for those reasons, I'm happy to be a part of creating that for other people who are trying to call this home. And that's really the goal. The goal is that everybody can look around and go, I belong here. Here in Central Florida, I fit here. There's a place for me to contribute here, and I want to call this home. And that's the goal.
Justin, thank you so much. You learned something, you're excited about stuff, and of course, when you see the CFC Arts logo, you know what you can do, not just be a participant, not just be a viewer of the great arts, but a participant as well.
Absolutely. We hope to see you both places. Come sit in the audience, watch a show, come join us on stage. cfcarts.com has all the details.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Engage with the professional fine arts community in Central Florida during a 2-hour networking event designed to cultivate inclusivity and equity for women artists on March 30th at 2 p.m. at the Orlando Public Library Melrose Center. The event will feature a keynote with an arts industry leader addressing the how of advancing in the fine arts while building a sustainable career. Check out womeninthearts.org for more information.
Orlando Family Stage presents the play Ali Kazan and the Magic Mansion, now until March 31st. In this brand new original musical, you'll be kept wondering what's real and what's magic as the teen finalists of the Young Masters of Magic competition face off for the prize Golden Key. Showtimes are at 2 p.m. Go to orlandofamilystage.com for dates and information.
Crialdi School of Art presents Spirits in the Silver, Discovering Lost Film, now until April 20th. This exhibition showcases film photographs that photographer Lori Hassan has recovered, processed, and restored from vintage rolls of unexposed, unprocessed film left behind in discarded cameras, mostly spanning the 1940s to the 1980s. Interactive displays will include videos that show how a platinum print is made, a time lapse of a photo restoration, and the opportunity to explore a working vintage camera. For showtimes and dates, visit crialdi.org.
I tell you what, I wonder if I have some unexposed, undeveloped photographs in one of my old cameras from back in the day.
Yeah.
But it's now all vintage. Wow.
And where would you even get them processed at this
I know.
point? There's
Is there
probably
anybody
somewhere
that does
online.
that?
Yeah, it's got to be.
I guess Crialdi would know.
Yeah, exactly.
Very cool.
Well, that wraps up this week of events. And if you have one that you'd like to share with us for next month, send us an email at cafe@ocfl.net. I'm Clarence Reynolds.
And I'm Crystal Candy. Remember to join us next week to see what's new and exciting in your community.